Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dr. Christy Smurl, and today I have a very special story to share with you called Cringy Cat. And this is a book that I actually wrote in 2020, and I wrote it specifically for children as well as their families and adults to understand some fundamental basics of Ayurveda and how that affects us into 3 types of cringe. What types of food and lifestyle caused it, and what types of things can we do to reverse it? So let's get on with the story. This book is dedicated to Emma. And we start off. Meema, I've become a cringy, cranky cat. What do you think about that? I'm fussy, angry, and hot. I'm red-faced and burning eyes. I'm just a sweaty, prickly stink pot. The mother says, I love you, my cringy, cranky cat. But what has made you like that? Did something happen to make you angry, cringy, and unsweet? The daughter says, No, Meema. The mom says, well, then what else have you been doing and what all did you eat? So in Ayurveda, we understand already that this child is exhibiting symptoms that indicate her heat is too high. She's red-faced, she's hot, she's burning, she's cranky, she's cringy. She's having direct heat-related symptoms. And in Ayurveda, other heat-related symptoms are burning eyes, burning mouth, burning tongue, burning throat, burning digestion, burning bowels, burning urine, redness in the eyes, redness in the skin, inflammations and agitations. There's other symptoms, but those are the main ones. So the daughter says, I gobbled up all the spicy sauces and sour treats. I chomped up all the deep-fried foods, onion and garlic heat. I ran around the red-hot sun and forgot to drink my drinks. So we'll pause there for just a second. Foods that increase the heat-related dosha in the body are things like nightshades, tomatoes, bell peppers, chilies, eggplant. Alliums also increase heat, things like onions and garlic. Not getting enough hydration aggravates the heat-related element in the body. Being out in the sun and not getting enough cool down time, obviously, will increase the dosha of pitta also, that heat biological humor in the body. Other things that aggravate it are sour foods, like sour fruit, sour candy, tamarind flavor, pickles, mustard, vinegar, and especially deep-fried foods. Particularly things like French fries. Not only are they a nightshade, potato, but they're also deep-fried, and children love French fries. Anyways, onward. The mother says, well, that explains it all. Let's get you inside and run a cool bath. I'll pour you some water and soothing chamomile tea. Let's put away the spicy, the sour, the oily fried heat and soothe your cranky old feet. So in Ayurveda, we recommend if you're overheated like this, due to a dosha imbalance, that we cut out the nightshades, tomatoes, bell peppers, potatoes, chilies, eggplant, alliums, onions, garlic, spicy foods, hot sauce, sour foods, vinegar, mustard, and deep-fried foods in particular. After that was done, the daughter says, oh, I love you, Meema. And the mom says, I love you too, my cranky, cringy cat. Now later on, the mother walks in and finds the daughter just laying around like a sloth. And the mom says, wow. The daughter says, Meema, I've become a cringy, sad sloth cat. What do you think about that? The daughter says, I'm heavy. I'm sleepy. I'm moving really slow. My mood is sad, foggy, and blue. I'm stuffy and congested, and my tummy is slow like glue. Now, this is clearly most likely a kapha aggravation. This is biological humor in Ayurveda made of earth and water. So the symptoms of it being elevated are typically things like feeling very tired, fatigued, heavy, maybe even swollen. The mood becomes sad unexpectedly, heavy, unmotivated, lethargic, dark thoughts. A lot of times there's congestion, stuffiness in the nose, maybe congestion in the throat and chest, as well as slowing down of the digestive system, maybe incomplete gastric emptying, or even just slow, hard to pass bowels. Like she said, her tummy is slow and thick like glue. In response, the mother says, I love you, my cringy sloth cat, but what has made you like that? Did something happen? Are you sick? Do you have the flu? And the daughter says, no, Meema. And the mother says, well, what else have you been doing and what all did you eat? The daughter responds by saying, I gobbled up all the bananas, milk and ice cream. I chomped up all the bread and meat and topped it off with sweets and cheese. I ate till I was stuffed and full and napped half the day. Now we understand in Ayurveda that all of these activities will worsen or aggravate a kapha imbalance. Things like bananas, heavy, rich foods, too much rice, too much bread, too much sweets, too much dairy, milk, ice cream, sweet treats, too much rich, heavy food, overeating, oversleeping, and particularly overeating during the day and then sleeping. So the mother says, oh, well, that explains it all. Let's go on a walk. Let's get moving more. Much less napping and more playing ball. Let's make some hot tea and some warm, light soup. Put away the heavy foods, sweets and ice cream scoops. That will clear your dreary head, and slothness you will shed. So clearly when we're kapha aggravated, we want to get moving. We want to get more active. Less sleeping, less napping, and less thick, rich foods, especially other things like ice water, which is very cold and makes the system run slow. Sweets, heavy pastries, cookies, candies, things like that. And the daughter feels so much better. She says, I love you, Meema. And the mother says, I love you too, my cringy sloth cat. But there's a third type of cringy. Meema, I've become a cringy wild cat. What do you think about that? I am hyper. I am wild. I'm running all around. I talk, 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 talk. Heard nothing you said. And I'm gassy. I'm sassy. And I'm spinning in my head. Clearly, this is a vata imbalance. When vata, wind and space dosha, are out of balance in the body, we get very flighty, hyper, forgetful, spacey, sometimes anxious, insomnia, dry skin, dry hair, dry nails, dry bowels, constipated, sometimes very gassy, bubbly, gurgly. We also sometimes see other issues like low back pain or unexplained like leg pain. The daughter's flying all around, totally hyperactive. I love you, my cringy cat, but what has made you like that? Did something happen to make you so hyper and flighty? The daughter says, no, Meema, no. And the mom says, well, then what else have you been doing and what all did you eat? The daughter says, I gobbled up all the chips and popcorn, dry and crispy treats. I skipped my breakfast and forgot again to eat. I ran all around in the cold wind, no sweater, in my bare feet. So clearly in Ayurveda we understand there are very specific foods and activities that can cause vata to become elevated with those symptoms. And symptoms will vary, of course, person to person. But foods like dry, flaky, crispy foods like raw salads, things like ice cold water, popcorn, chips, dry granola, sweet dry foods like dehydrated snack mixes. Then there's also things that aggravate it, like skipping meals, not eating enough, not getting the right amount of protein, carbohydrates, and fats in their diet. And then there's certain activities that can aggravate this, such as not sleeping enough, not resting enough, being too cold, being outside in the cold and the wind, and doing too much hyperactive behavior, like running 5 miles in a cold windstorm. These are more dramatic examples, but you get the drift. So the mother says, oh, well, that explains it all. Let's get you inside and warm you up. I'll run a hot bath and rub oil on your feet. Let's put away the cold, dry foods and remember to eat. Take some deep breaths and come rest with me. And then the daughter says, I love you, Meema. And the mother says, I love you too, my crazy, cringy cat. So I hope you enjoyed that. There are in this book some very simple examples of how the body becomes out of balance through nutrition and lifestyle, and some very simple, children-friendly ways to put things back into balance. Well, of course, if you are ever in doubt, consult an Ayurvedic specialist. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed story time, and I hope that it helps you find balance as well. Talk to you all soon.